All right. Okay, can you all hear me? If you can hear me, type yes in the comments. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, type yes in the comments. Okay. Can anyone hear me? All right, can you hear me? If you can hear me, type yes in the comments. If you can hear me, just type yes so that I can see. And do help me to share this to 5 Facebook groups. I'm gonna start very shortly, around 8 p.m. I'm gonna start. And today the title of this training is how to learn things at 2.5 times to 3.5 times the speed. Okay, so you're gonna love it, and do help me share, and we'll just okay. In the meantime, if anyone has any questions, just type your questions in the comment section. If anyone has any questions after going through the Alaric Flywheel course or going through the Facebook Accelerator course, you can type your questions in the comments as well. I can answer those questions as well. Okay, so this session is meant, so I'll cover some content, and then at the end of the whole thing, I will answer your questions. Okay, so do share this to 5 Facebook groups. Once you've shared it, I'll pick one lucky winner to give a bonus. Okay, I'll literally give a bonus. The bonus I'll give today is I'm gonna give you my timetable. Okay, where I will show you how I made $100,000 in a month while having a 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. job. That means how I made $100,000 in my business while having a full-time job. Okay, how many of you want to learn that? Type. How many of you want to get that? Type me. Okay, and everyone just type hi so that I know who's around. Yeah. Okay, everyone just type hi or yes, you can hear me. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me, so yeah. I'll read every single comment. Okay, so we're gonna start soon. If you've got any questions, just type your questions in the comment section, and yeah. Can you hear me? I don't think. Yeah, let me try. Okay, I think you can hear me because I can hear myself when I go to YouTube. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, Linglin and CY, you're here. Okay, can you hear? Okay, good. So how many of you are excited to learn about how to learn things at 2.5 times to 3.5 times the speed? Like excited in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna start 8 p.m. sharp. If anyone has any questions, just type your questions. Any questions related to Facebook Accelerator, about webinars, about Alaric Flywheel, about any course I have, any questions that you have, just type in the chat. There's about 23 of you over here. We're gonna start at 8 p.m. sharp. And yeah, okay, good. Okay, so Linglin, CY, y'all make sure y'all share to more Facebook groups, and then I'll pick one lucky winner. And the bonus I'm gonna give today is I'm gonna give you a productivity planner, basically my timetable, and I'm gonna show you a timetable of how I made $100,000 in a month while having a full-time job. Okay, so if anyone has a full-time job and say, "Hey, I got no time to start a business," that's bullshit. Okay, because I made $100,000 in my business while having a full-time job. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how I did that. To one, I'm gonna give my timetable. Okay, every single day what I do to one lucky winner. Okay, so if you share it, then I will send it to you. Okay, so if you want it, just send it. Okay, and I'm gonna start at 8 p.m. sharp. Once you've shared, just type shared so that I know that you shared, and I'll just pick one video. Okay, see me. Even those of you who are watching the replay, make sure you can share as well, and I will also give you the bonus. Okay, and then if anyone has any questions, let's say yeah, please type the questions you have lah. Let me just Okay, so just type any questions you have in comments and then we'll answer them. We'll start in about 6 minutes time. Okay, we'll start in about 6 minutes time. How to share on Facebook? Take the link and then click share, or you copy this link and then you share, or you just share to your WhatsApp groups and everything. Yeah, I'm still testing out, is YouTube better or is Facebook better? Uh, yeah. So I think YouTube is better because YouTube can fast forward and the streaming is a little bit better. But yeah. Okay. So 5 minutes. Is my internet laggy? Okay, am I lagging? If I'm lagging, say lagging. If I'm not lagging, say it's okay. Yeah. Am I lagging? Is my stream lagging? Check. Okay, yeah, say lagging. If I'm not lagging, say it's okay. Yeah. I don't think. Okay, I'm lagging a little bit. Guys, am I lagging? A bit. I'm lagging a little bit. Okay. So hopefully, so I'll keep this stream short and sweet. Um, yeah. Now no. Okay. Now no. Okay, so make sure you write notes for today. So prepare a notebook, pen, write notes, and then as and when I go through some points, just type in the comments so that like when people watch this replay, they can see the timestamps of where I cover which topic. So it will be easier for them to, like it is good lah. So just write, like have timestamps okay. So every time I say something and ask you write it down, someone help me write it in the chat. Okay. Can you all do that? If you can do that, type yes. Can you all do that? If you can do that, type yes. If you cannot do that, type no. Wow, you're not very responsive. I think on Zoom you're more responsive. Maybe because there's a like 10-second lag time on YouTube, or maybe about 20-second lag time. For Zoom, the lag time is about maybe 3 seconds, 5 seconds. Yeah. Okay, now that y'all see, yeah. So it's about, I think it's like a 30-second lag time. Yes. Okay. So there's about 30-second lag time, but it's okay. Uh, yeah. Maybe sometimes Zoom is still the best. Okay, now I see Leslie and Joel's comment. How are you so handsome? Basket. Joel, you more handsome. Okay, 2 more minutes and we're gonna start. Okay, good. 2 more minutes. 1 more minute. So today I'm going to cover how to learn things at 2.5 times to 3.5 times the speed. We're going to cover speed reading. We're going to cover speed video watching, speed listening, and everything. And we're going to show you how I write my own notes as well, and also speed of implementation, how I achieve things faster and like complete tasks faster. Okay. So if you want to learn that, type yes in the comments. If you want to learn that, type yes in the comments. Hi Candy, hi Layak, and hi Ling Lin. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's 8 p.m. now, and we're gonna start. So who's ready to learn how to learn things at 2.5 times to 3.5 times the speed? If you're ready, type excited exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark in the comment section down below. Okay. And I'm gonna start. All right. Okay. So here's how I listen to video. Here's how I watch videos. Okay. So everyone knows that. Let's say when I watch a YouTube video. Okay. Let's say I watch a YouTube video. Okay. I'm just gonna share my screen. So let's say I go to YouTube. Okay. And everyone knows how to watch things quicker. So let's say if I want to watch this video, okay.
Obviously, you're doing.
So I can go settings, playback speed, and then I can play back at 1.5, 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, and two times the speed. Okay. And when I first started listening to things fast, I started about 1.5 times the speed, and then I started becoming comfortable. Okay. So after that, I moved on to maybe being able to talk at 1.7 times the speed, 1.75 times the speed. Okay. And then I started becoming comfortable with it. After that, two times the speed became my norm for about 1.5 years. Okay. So 1.7 times the speed was my norm for about 6 months. And after every day listening to things at 1.7 times the speed, I started being able to listen to things faster. So now 2 times, then after that, 2 times the speed became the norm. Okay. Now I want to speed things up even more. And I'm listening to things at maybe 2.5 times to about 3.5 times the speed. Okay. If I listen to things too slow, let's say I listen to things at 1 times the speed, after a while, my brain zones out, because it's like how if you were to listen to someone talking like really, really, really slowly, after a while your brain might zone out as well. So it's the same thing that happens for me. So one more caution is that when you train your brain to become faster, you might zone out when things become very, very slow. Okay, so you decide whether this is something you want to do or not. I always think it's better to learn things faster, because you can achieve in 5 years what other people take maybe 25 years to achieve. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to listen to things at 2.5 times the speed. So for me, next time when you eventually are able to go louder, right, I have a software. I can listen to things. Okay, so first of all, everyone is able to listen to things faster than they can speak. So this is 1 times the speed. Okay, so this is 1.5 times the speed. Okay, let's just try.
That's the key. You certainly got all the raw
So
material.
how if you can still hear everything quite clearly? If you can hear everything quite clearly, type
you have the energy,
clear. Okay.
To do. You had the,
if you can listen at 1.7 times, that'll be good. Right? If you can still listen clearly, type still clear. If it's too fast for you, type too fast. Okay. So some of you will listen at 2 times the speed.
That's fine. So you will write the whole thing raw material. You will.
So right now I'm listening at about 2.5 times the speed. Okay. And sometimes up to 3 times.
I think the biggest takeaway by far was his ability to delegate. His willingness to delegate. He would surround himself with good people, tell him what he wanted done, and they would do it. And he didn't have to
and even 3.5 times. Okay, my 3.5 times is really my max. I don't think I can go any more than that. Okay, now how do I do that? Is because I have this software called Video Speed Controller. Okay, so this is how you download the software. Okay, can someone type in the chat? Okay, how to listen to things faster is someone type. It's called Video Speed Controller. Okay, someone type in Facebook and YouTube. Please type this down. Chat. Okay, it's called Video Speed Controller. Okay, can someone type in the Video Speed Controller? Okay, now so for Video Speed Controller, it's a Google Chrome extension. So if you use Google Chrome, you download Google Chrome, and then you download this thing called Video Speed Controller, and you press Add to Chrome, and then you'll see a tool that looks like that. Okay, then next time once you have this thing, you go and so everyone type this in the chat, Video Speed Controller. Once you have this thing, then what you can do is you can press S, like you can go and learn. You can click over here. You can reduce the speed, or you can increase the speed. Okay, so that is basically how you learn things faster. Okay, now the next thing I want to cover is this thing called speed reading. Okay, so how do I do this thing called speed reading? So everyone type in the chat speed reading. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you a few concepts about speed reading. Okay, so for example, let's say right now I'm reading this book called Business Buying Strategies. Okay, Business Buying Strategies. And hey, by the way, those of you who have shared my video, make sure you type in the comments you have shared so that at least I can see. Then I can. Okay, so business buying strategies, right? So the solution to your business growth problem. Okay, now, so what I do, right, is that okay. Here's the thing, whenever you read something, let's say, okay, can you all see the screen? You can see that. Yes, you can see, Okay, so whenever you read something, right, our brain actually looks at each letter as a letter. Like it doesn't look at each letter as a letter. So, for example, our brain is when we read you could set up a business using your own money. We are not reading YOU, COULD, SETUPA. We are not reading it word letter by letter. Okay, we are reading it as one word by one word, right? You could set up a business using your own money, right? Okay, now, so if let's say our brain is able to link letters up to make a word, then the question is this: can our brain link up chunks, like maybe 3 words to make up a chunk? And can our brain link up a sentence to make up a sentence? Okay, the answer is yes, and it's been proven scientifically that our brain can listen to things, can chunk maybe 4 words by 4 words. So let's say when I read this chapter, instead of saying you could set up a business, instead of saying you could set up a business, I'm reading it as you could set up a business using your own money or a bank, loan and spend the next few years working 60 to 80 hours a week, but still not get anywhere near the lifestyle and wealth you want. Make sense? So I'm reading chunk by chunk, chunk by chunk. Okay, so the first thing you might need to learn is this thing called chunking. Everyone please write this up. Chunking. Okay, now the second thing you need to learn is, okay, so everyone type in the chat, chunking. Okay, so speed reading, the first thing you need to learn is chunking. The second thing you need to learn is this thing called that your eyes, right? You don't want your eyes to move too much. So for example, if I were to read from here, so for example, recently I read this book in about 3 days. But could it have been done faster? Total, I took about maybe 4 hours, 3 hours to finish this whole book. Okay, so how do I do it is this. So let's say if I want to read this, right? If your eye looks from here all the way to here, and it goes back here all the way to here, and it goes all the way back here, all the way to here, every page, your eyes have to do that like maybe 40 times, okay? Maybe 40 lines, right? And maybe you have 200 pages, your eyes have to do it at 40 times 200 is like 8,000 times, right? So like your eyes will go crazy, okay? So what you need to do instead, right, is to focus your eyes on maybe only 2 locations, okay? So my eyes go here. You could set up business using your own money. Spend the next few years working 60 to 80 hours. Get anywhere and wealth you want. Wow, the chances, and then surviving its first few years. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, you need to learn this thing called chunking, and you need to learn this thing called everyone please write this down in the chat. Eye movements. Okay, so your eye movements must be very you must keep your eye movements as short as possible. So just one to one to one to one to one to one to like, okay. Now that's one thing. Okay. The next thing is this. When you read this book, right? Okay, the first page you should read, right? Okay, everyone write down. First page you should read is the table of contents. Okay, first page you should read is the table of contents. Now, why must you read the table of contents? Is so that it gives your brain the context, right, as to what the information is about. And then, right, okay, for me, normally I read the book from the start to end. But if let's say you're pressed for time and all you want to do is to extract information from a book, then you can skip to the part that makes the most sense to you. Does it make sense? So you don't have to read the whole thing. You can read the part that makes the most sense to you. Like let's say if I want to find out about this, then what? Okay, but for me, most of the time I still read the book from the start to the end. But it's still important to read the table of contents to know what you're gonna learn. It's not later you read the whole book already. That's actually not the book that you want to learn, or it's not the thing that you want to learn. Okay. So, okay, please write this down, table of contents. So you make sure you read the table of contents so that it gives you the big picture so that when you zoom in into the small picture, it will make sense, okay? So that's how you read the book, okay? So everyone, let's just recap the points. The first thing is called chunking. The second thing is called eye movements. And the third thing is the table of contents. How do you do it, okay? Now, next thing is this, how to do note taking. So for example, for me, this is my notes, okay? Okay, for example, this is my note. Okay, so I write my notes on Google Docs. This is 787 pages worth of notes, right? Where I've written down notes for every book, webinar, video, podcast, or seminar that I've learned from. These are many hours of learning, over $90,000 spent to go for these seminars. And finally, it is literally possible to download my brain, okay? So for example, like all these notes over here, how I like to write my notes, right, is I like to write where I learned that thing from. So let's say I went for Tony Robbins seminar. This seminar was about $7,500 for a solitaire ticket, right? And these were the notes that I wrote. Okay. So, or let's say if I want to learn from Sam Walton, the billionaire who founded Walmart, right? And then these are all the things that I learned, right? And then let's say Dan Henry, or let's say Blake Newbar, or so I've got tons and tons of notes. Or let's say, okay, 30-day MBA, I want to learn about accounting. So I write all the notes this way. Okay. So first of all, I will write where I learned from. Capitalism. Okay. Okay. What Turaki, youngest billionaire. So I'll write all these where I learned it from. So let's say JT Fox. Okay. To make your first 100,000. All right. And so all these notes I write it over here. So first of all is this. Okay. Now next thing is this. I will have headlines and sub headlines. So for example, okay, let me give an example of so I have headlines and sub headlines. So for example, this is a main message. And this, okay, like this is a headline, this is a sub headline, right? So I know that, okay, the 3 C's: change your concept, change your character, change your commitment, right? And then I have sub headlines as well. So like let's say if I know that you must have exclusivity, cause and effect, proof and credibility. How to have proof and credibility? By using these words like satisfy, endorse, guarantee, ironclad, etc. I can have sub headline as well. Means after this, I still a sub headline will be something like that, and then what? So I know that this point is within this point, which is within this point. Make sense? So that my brain can. So first of all, when I read the book, let's say, okay. So when I read the book, when I see the table of contents, right? The table of contents. Okay. So first of all, the name of the book will be my headline, like will be my like where I learned it from. So this book is called Business Buying Strategy. So all right, okay, this book is from Business Buying Strategies. Okay, then my headline will be each chapter in the book, right? That will be my headline, right? My sub headline will be, for example, let's say this chapter, right? Introduction. Okay, don't take introduction. Let's say, okay, case study 1 on how this guy bought a business for £1 and the business was doing $4.7 million a year in revenue. Okay, so this will be my headline is the chapter, right? So the chapter is called introduction, right? Sub headline will be case study 1, and then the points in case study 1 will be the point that I learned over here, and then there'll be sub points that are the points within the point. Okay, so for example, let me give an example of a point within a point. Okay. Okay, let's say this one. Clarify your deal making strategy. Okay, so this is a headline, right? So everyone please write this down. Headline, sub headline, sub headline, points, sub points, etc. Okay. So why choose a profitable business? These are all the points, right? Why choose a distressed business? So this is the headline. These are all the points, right? So that's how I write my notes, and that's how I write over 700 plus pages worth of notes. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about is this thing called speed of implementation. How do I implement? How many of you want to see my speed of, like, how many of you want to see how I plan my day or how I do my to-do list? If you want, type to-do list in the chat. Okay. So for those of you, everyone who share this live now and everything, everyone who shares, I will give you a copy. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, I'll show you how to do it. So for me, I have a lot of coaching. I coach some people one-to-one. So what I do is I tell them to have this thing called wait, sorry. Okay, let me just stop my screen share first. Okay, so what I do is I have this thing called a to-do list. Okay. Okay. So what I do is I have this thing called a to-do list. Okay, everyone writes down. It is our decisions that we make every single day that make us who we are. That make us who we are. Okay, everyone writes down. It is our decisions that we make every single day. Okay, a millionaire, right, is made based on the 10,000 decisions that he makes. Every decision get you 0.01% closer to your goal, 0.01% closer to your goal, 0.01% closer to your goal. Okay, then eventually you achieve what you want. Okay, so let me give an example. Okay, for example, recently I was approved by SkillsFuture Singapore, right? And the moment I got approved by SkillsFuture Singapore, right, I did up my webinar slides. Okay, I did up my webinar page. So let's say you go to theuploadmethod.com, you can see my webinar page. All right, I did up my webinar slides. So this I did this whole thing up, right? Okay, and then I did my webinar slides. So after when you register for this webinar, you get to watch the webinar, right? And I recorded the webinar, right? And then I did my VSL. VSL is called a video sales letter, right? So I did a VSL. I did a full landing page for the VSL with all the frequently asked questions and everything, right? And then I did up the Google form, right? So like after people click register with Skills Credit, so I did up the Google form to make sure that, you know, and then everything is automated. Invoices are sent automatically, everything, right? So most people will take at least a month to maybe 2 months, right, to complete all this. Okay, the VSL, the webinar page. Like if you go to theuploadmethod.com, you can see, okay, the webinar page and everything. Okay, you can go and check it out. So the webinar page, the webinar itself, the order page, the VSL, the Google form, most people take 2 or 3 months to finish all this, right? But I finished everything within like 4 days. Okay, 4 days. 4 days I finished everything. First day I finished the whole sales page. Second day I finished the whole webinar, etc. Now, how do I do it? Right? It's because I have this thing called a to-do list. Now, a lot of people think that, hey, well, Alaric must be a really, really busy person, right? No, I don't. To be honest, if you really look at my timetable, right? Later I'll show you my timetable. I don't really spend that much of time doing that much stuff. Okay, but what I do, right, is I have a to-do list. Okay, and so so how I use this, right? Okay, everyone is our to-do list. Write in the chat, to-do list. Okay, so whenever I have free time, I'll do what's on my to-do list. So let's say I'm waiting for an appointment or on the road, and I know that I have 15 minutes of free time. Okay, so what I will do is to look at my list on what's a 15 minutes task that I can do, and if I can complete that, and if I don't have any task to complete, I will spend that 15 minutes learning. Okay, so I have like all my tasks over here, right? So yeah, to be completed and everything. Okay, now, so if a task can be done very quickly, I normally do it immediately so that it doesn't take up mental bandwidth. Okay, everyone writes down mental bandwidth. Okay, because here's the thing: if I need to send someone a WhatsApp message, I will send it immediately instead of procrastinating, because the time that it will take me to write that task in my to-do list will be roughly the same time that it takes me to send that message. So why not just send that message, right? And whenever I have a task, I either do it immediately or write it down to do later. Okay, because when I try to remember something, right, it's going to take up mental bandwidth. Okay, I don't try to remember what I have to do because that takes up mental bandwidth. So some tasks are bigger, so I'll specifically schedule time to do them. And it's important to use these templates so that we can review them during the coaching session. Okay, for those of you who are like having one-to-one coaching with me, right? Or those of you who want to apply to have one-to-one coaching with me, what I do with my clients, right? Those people I work one-to-one, don't say those like one-to-many one, I'll say one-to-one, right? Is I ask them to make a copy of this to-do list and send it to me so that it will be like a centralized document where I coach them on what to do. Okay, because here's the thing: how many of you agree that so long as you know the right things to do, and it's not just about doing anything, it's about knowing the right things to do. How many of you agree that if you know the right things to do, you will be able to achieve the results that you want a lot quicker? How many of you agree? If you agree, type yes. If you don't agree, type no. Right? So how I help my coaching clients is that I even help them to manage their time for them. Okay, yeah. So this is the format on what? Okay, everyone please write this down in the chat. Okay, format number 1, target or direction. Okay, just write in the chat, target or direction. Number 2, to be completed. Number 3, radar, keep in view. Number 4, to learn, to improve, to think about. And so number 4 is to learn. Number 5 is to improve. And number 6 is to think about. So for example, this is my one. Okay, so for example, my example is I want value create. Okay, like everything I do, I focus on what is the direction I want. Okay, so I prioritize. I say, okay, I want value creation followed by branding followed by money. Okay, so money is not as important as value creation to me. Branding is not as important as value creation to me. Value creation is the most important. Okay, and then branding is second, and then money is third, right? So, and I don't want fame. So every decision I do, every decision I make is based on considering these four things. Okay. So if something is something that brings me good branding, but it doesn't create value, okay, then I won't do it. Or like it takes away more value than the branding it gives me, I will not do it. Or if something makes money, but it doesn't create value, and it takes away value. Okay, if it doesn't create value, it's okay. But if it takes away value, then I won't do it. Right? Or if yeah, so I'm a person, I don't really want fame. I just want value creation, branding, and the money. Right? Now you will have your own values, right? You will have your own direction. You have your own target. Don't copy mine. Use your own. Okay, this is just me. After like asking myself, what do I really want in life? This is what I realized that this is what I wanted. So then I'll have to be completed. Okay, everyone write this down in the chat, to be completed. So buy and acquire more businesses, upload iPhone, buy tailored suit, I got some that are censored because I don't ever know what's on my to-do list. Okay. Now then I have some things that are called radar. Now radar is things that I keep in view, like okay, things that I need to do, but it's not that important, like doing interviews with other people. Okay, I need to do, but no, I don't need to do. Is it a good to have? Yeah, it's a good to have, but it's not, it's just keep in view. Okay. Yeah. To learn. So I have to learn. So I'll say, okay, I want to learn how to buy and sell businesses. I want to learn investing, the Traffic Secrets book, the business buying book, podcast from build to sell, and then oh yeah, okay. To improve. So I say, okay, I want to improve my webinar. So I must add in testimonial 361, 916, etc. 1-for-1 instead of partner with Alaric, opt-in. Okay, $1 offer, many chat. So these are my own, right? So I even have to improve, like how do I improve my Facebook accelerator course? How do I improve my sales course? How do I improve my branding course? How do I improve my scaling and empire? How do I improve my top 1% coaching? Right? So this is called to improve. And I have things that I to think about. So do I want to operate a lifestyle business or an empire or both or neither? What kind of partner do I want? Where should I invest my cash? How to make sure even a 10-year-old makes money? All this kind of stuff, right? And current projects that I'm managing, etc. Okay. So this is how I do my to-do list. Is that pretty good? If that's pretty good, type great in chat. Okay. And then I also have a timetable. And in this timetable, I show how I made over $100,000 while having a full-time job. Okay. And I show my whole timetable and everything. But I'm not gonna cover that in depth today. But I'm gonna give that to one person who shares this live and everything. Okay. So that's basically how I do it. And how many of you found that pretty valuable? If that's valuable, type yes in the chat. How many of you found that valuable? Type valuable in the chat. Okay. So let me just see if I completed everything. Yeah. Okay. So how many of you found that valuable? I hope you liked it. Okay. Do you all like it? If it is valuable, type valuable in the chat. Okay. So I covered speed reading, I covered speed video watching, speed note taking, speed of implementation, and I gave you the software. Okay, good. So for the next coaching session, for those of you who want to go for the next coaching session, go to my Facebook profile. Go to facebook.com/Alaric. Right. Okay, I'm gonna copy this into the chat. So for those of you who found it valuable, go to my Facebook profile. The next coaching session, I've gotten my friend from Singapore, who made over $100 million in sales, in revenue, 8 years within 8 years, okay? And at first he was 6 figures in debt, and he faced 44 charges of imprisonment he faced 44 charges of imprisonment. So he went to jail for 2 years. When he came out of jail, in 8 years, right, he made over $100 million. Who wants to learn how to do that? Type me in the chat, okay? If you want to learn how to do that, go to facebook.com/ALAREEK, and then click this WhatsApp group, join this WhatsApp group, and then I will send you the details on 12th November, 8 p.m. It will be a live interview, okay? So one of his business crossed $100 million in revenue during COVID-19 after 6 years with 0 paid ads. And most people under such circumstances will have been crushed, but the mystery speaker I'll be interviewing has not, on the live itself, I'll be revealing who the mystery speaker is as well. So I'll be interviewing has not only overcome self-doubt, but even rise above challenging circumstances. Okay, he has been doing online marketing since 2002 and recently shared the stage with Tony Robbins. He'll be revealing a step hack on how any one of you can become an international best-selling author on Amazon, even if you're a nobody. And he's tested it with 100% success rate. Means anyone who follows his system should become international bestseller, so long as you follow his system. Okay. He used this hack to gain instant credibility that made him 6 figures within his first month in a niche he has absolutely no experience in. And no, he does not have any cost to upsell or offer. And you want to be on this webinar because I will drill him for his insights. Okay. So if you want to go for this thing, just click this WhatsApp group, go to my Facebook profile, click this WhatsApp group, and register for the coaching session. Okay. So I'm gonna paste it one more time. I'm gonna paste it to Facebook as well. This thing, okay, let me just see. I'm gonna paste it to Facebook as well, right? So all of you have it. Okay. Watch live. Is this correct? Yeah. Okay. Now, and if anyone wants to, okay, so so I'm gonna copy this and paste it over here. Okay. So if you want to what? Okay. Now, if any of you, okay. So if anyone has any questions, does anyone have any questions? I'm gonna give you time to write the questions that you have. Okay. So if anyone has any questions regarding the course they watch or the Facebook accelerator or anything, just write the questions in there and I will answer the questions. Okay. I don't see any questions. The only question I see is how to share on Facebook. To share on Facebook, you just have to share it on Facebook. Okay. Yeah. And next thing is this. What do I want to say? Okay, next thing is this. I still got some slots for my coaching session, for my one-to-one coaching. So if anyone wants to get one-to-one coaching from me, just click this link, alaric.site/top1 coaching, right? And I'm going to coach you one-on-one. Okay, it's kind of like group coaching, but at the start, because first few people who get one-to-one coaching, you can go to this link, alaric.site/top1 to apply to get one-to-one coaching from me. Okay, so I'll be hand-holding you for like 3 months. I'll show you how to optimize and make sure that you're super productive in your to-do list and everything. And if you're talking about increasing a business, increasing your income by 100%, 200%, I mean to make like 10K per month, 20K per month and everything, I'm gonna hand-hold you step by step how to do it. So if you want that, just go to alaric.site/top1. To be honest, I lose money when I do one-to-one coaching because every time I do a seminar, I make more money, right? If I do a seminar for maybe every time I do a seminar for 20 packs, I make about $4,000 or $12,000. Every time I do one-to-one coaching, the amount of time that it takes me is insane. But I want to do it because I realize that some of you need one-to-one coaching, and like if I can really help you to tell you exactly what to do, okay, and like your timetable, for example, right? So like for example, once if you're in one-to-one coaching, I'll show you like, okay, my schedule when I make 100K a month. And then my schedule now. A lot of people think, hey, I'm super busy now. Actually, no. Actually, I have a lot of free and easy time, right? And I only work maybe about 6 hours a week, right? The rest I spend time learning and everything. And then you get to make your own copy of this shit and everything. A lot of different things that we can optimize. Okay, so if anyone wants to get a one-to-one coaching, just go to alaric.site/top1. Okay, I'm just going to show you. You might receive a 503 error. If you receive that, just refresh the page. You will see this. You'll see this form over here. Just speak to my team. This one is speaking to my team. My team member is called Jonathan. He'll interview you on whether you're the right fit for this coaching program. Okay. I shared you a few types of people that I've coached before. To be honest, I'm not looking like the most important trait that I'm looking for is someone who is coachable. Okay. I've got people who don't have much money but to grow their business. So even if you have no money, you want to start a business, and you're keen to raise funds, and my team member sees that you have potential, then you can go to alaric.site/top1 and he will give you like you'll be able to apply. Okay. Even for those of you watching the replay, if you want to get one-to-one coaching, you can apply over here. Okay. If you want to start a business but you don't have money, I'm going to show you how to raise funds. If you anything is possible. Most important is you need to have the drive to do it, and you need to have a little bit of potential. The potential is in like like if you can show me that you have had success in the past before, I think, because I rather coach winners, okay? And if you can show me that, okay, in the past you were successful in this before, just that, okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say one of my clients, okay, her name starts with S, okay. So she doesn't have money right now, but she used to be MDRT when she was doing insurance last time, okay. Just that she trusted the wrong people, trusted the wrong mentors, and then the mentor, okay, long story short, she lost a lot of money because she had to be an insurance manager, and then she had to pay the cash back or something, or kickback, I don't know what, okay. And then so she had to pay her agents from her own pocket and everything. She lost a 6 figures worth of debt, borrowed money from credit card and everything. Okay, now, so this kind of clients, I know she got potential because she has had MDRT before, just that she doesn't have discernment on who's the right fit, who's not the right fit. This kind, I know if I can help her. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to show her how to raise funds. She want to run a digital marketing agency now, so I'm going to show her how to raise funds for a digital marketing agency and all this. This kind I will accept, right? My team, you talk to my team will accept you, right? But if let's say you say, oh, I got no money, I don't want to try, I don't want to start a business, then please don't even try to apply, okay? Because this will probably not be the right fit for you. Yeah, okay, and then, but of course, and then some people say, oh, okay, I'm actually someone really, really successful. I really have a lot of potential. But from your actions and everything, you can tell that, hey, you've not even been trying hard or anything. Then I also don't want to. Okay, so it really depends. Okay, so I won't be the one speaking with you on the phone. You fill this application form. On the next page, you'll be able to schedule a time with my team. My team will do the application. If you feel it's the right fit, then you can join. If you feel it's not the right fit, then you cannot join. Okay, but I know that through one-to-one coaching, I definitely can help you create some form of results. Okay, now. So if let's say you want to improve stammering, okay, so Candy asked how to improve stammering. Okay, so for me, I stammer a lot as well, okay, and so I cannot really give you what on how to improve stammering. But what I can say is this: why do you need to improve it? Like, okay, even though I stammer, okay, I stammer quite a bit, right? Even though I stammer, do I still communicate information clearly to all of you? If it's still clear, type clear, right? And number two is this: even when you stammer, people feel that you're authentic. They'll feel that, wow, this person is not super polished, you know, some YouTube videos or something you watch is super polished, right? They're like, this person like not very authentic, it's like very polished, right? So yeah, so doesn't matter that you stammer, right? Of course, what you can there's certain ways you can improve stammering lah. Like you can go to Google and search how to stop stammering. Then they give you some tips. They'll say tips like one of them is to talk slowly. How can I stammer so much? Because I talk very fast, right? But if I talk slowly, then I won't stammer so much. But I don't like to talk slowly because if I talk slowly, then everyone learn things slowly. Then everyone becomes slow, right? So yeah, so basically it's like that. And they say like instead of saying then you say things like and what I wanted to say is, like you have filler words rather than and and all that kind of stuff for me, I don't really care about stammering because I feel it makes my speaking more authentic. So but everyone has their own style. Sometimes like some people do very well being a polished speaker. Some people do well even with stammering, right? For me, I made over $1 million even at stammering as a speaker. So yeah. All right. Okay, good. Any other questions? If you have no question, I'm gonna end the live early. But if you got question, I'm gonna answer your questions. Okay. I'm gonna give you all 10 seconds to ask any question. If you got any question, just type question or type me. Okay. And then I will see. Okay. So any other questions? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When I talk slow, I feel lost. Then talk faster. It's okay to stammer. Honestly, it's really okay. Like don't aim for perfection. Everyone please write it down. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for progression. Okay? Everyone write it down. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for progression. Okay, good. Okay, I haven't picked. Okay, who shared this post already? If you share this post, just PM me. Either you PM me on my Facebook page. You share it, I will send you my top 1% to-do list. Okay? So yeah, I'll give this to you for free. If you share this on 5 Facebook, you must show me the proof that you shared. Either on Facebook or on WhatsApp or something, but you must prove to me that you shared. Okay? If you share, just PM me. And even those of you watching the replay, if you shared, just PM me. I will send you this top 1% to do this. Okay, good. All right. So everyone take care. I think there's no more questions. So I'm gonna end today's stream. Take care, everyone. See you. I hope you all enjoyed and had a great time. And make sure you register for the next coaching session, which is by Winston Yap.